Hey guys, and welcome to another video.
I do whatever it takes. Yeah, take me to the top. I'm ready for whatever it takes. 'Cause I love the adrenaline in my veins.
On today's video, I am going to be showing you two different meal prep recipes. I am going to be meal prepping for this week, and these are just two different options for meals. I went on my Instagram and asked you guys if you would rather see a what I eat in a day or a meal prep video. Meal prep one, so we're going to be doing that. One of the recipes is gonna be very low in carb and the other one will be moderate carb. So I'm giving you two different options to really make them fit your personal macros, and then you could have a lot of fun filling up the rest of the calories with other meals and other snacks. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be eating these two meals every day, and then the rest of my macros, which are, I'm getting a lot of carbs this week because I hit a new prep low. So I'm going to fill out the rest of my calories with a bunch of good snacks and other meals. And my breakfast, you guys seen it a lot. It's on my last meal prep video, so I am going to link that in the description box below if you guys want to see that. So for the first recipe is going to be a greens and tofu recipe. I'm gonna be having it with like green beans and high protein tofu, and I am going to grill my high protein tofu instead of air frying it. Not everybody has an air fryer, so I'm gonna show you how I grill my tofu, and it's super simple. I recommend you getting high protein tofu because it has A, more protein, and B, less water content, which means that I don't have to press it before I cook it. It also has a very nice texture and it tastes, in my opinion, a lot better than regular tofu. So let's get started. So I already logged everything in onto my Fitnesspal. I logged all the amount of green beans that I'm gonna be using, all the tofu that I'm going to be using, my seasonings and all of that, and I split that into 7 servings. And I'm using the recipe tab on my Fitnesspal. And if you have any doubts on how to do this, I also have a video where I explain it in detail how I log recipes. So I will link that in the description box below. And basically, after logging everything, this greens and tofu recipe will have 345 calories, 17 grams of fat that come from the tofu, 16 grams of carbs, and 35 grams of protein. Amazing. It's gonna be super tasty, high in volume, and like I said, I'm doing it for 7 servings. I'm gonna be traveling a lot, so I don't want to be thinking about anything, and green beans hold up really good, like in the fridge while traveling. I can eat them cold or hot, however, and they keep their crunch, so that's why I'm picking that. So yeah, there we go. And like I said, you can use this recipe in your own meal plan or make it fit your personal macros and then fill out the rest of the calories with what you want. That's why I made lower calorie recipes for you guys, so that way you can really do whatever you want. If you're bulking, just add some sweet potatoes and get those carbs up. If you are in a cutting phase, this would probably be just right for you. Remember, have in mind, I am 11 days out from my show. That's why we're eating very plain and simple, because we want to keep things predictable. So for my tofu, the key to this is to really making sure that your pan is really hot before doing anything. This is a non-stick grilling pan. I got it at Marshall's, so just make sure it says non-stick and get it really hot before using it, all right? And then I'm gonna cut my tofu. I'm using 3 blocks for the week, and I don't need to use as many because this one is high protein, so it has a lot of protein. So as you can see, that's all the water that all these 3 packets have. That's why I love the high protein tofu, because it doesn't really have a lot. So we're just gonna cut it into slices. I'm keeping the slices really big because that will save me time while grilling it, and then I'll cut them smaller later on. So as you can see, it's really hot. And we're gonna place them like this, no oil needed. And I'm gonna show you a little trick to get them perfect. So what you want is to really press down, and you're gonna kind of like listen for a squeal. And when they stop squealing, that's when they're ready. You see? So I like to cook them like this and really dry them out for about 4 minutes on each side to get the nice grill marks. So you just really want to press down and be careful not to burn yourself because the pan does get really, really hot. Yeah, this is a workout. But getting the pieces cut up this big makes it a lot easier and it saves you a lot of time. All right, so I have a question from my Instagram, and it's a very good question, so I decided to answer it here. That's my timer for the tofu. It's from Crystalina 1986. She asked me, how do you fit in all your meals when you're super busy? So when I'm super busy, a great tip I can give you, Crystalina, is that you can put timers in your phone. That's what I always do on show day when it's crazy and I'll probably forget to eat. I just put a bunch of timers, meal 1, meal 2, meal 3, all the way up to whatever many meals I'm eating that day. Those days are crazy hectic, so whenever the timer goes off, I know I'm stop what I do, I get my meal in. Make a priority to get your meal in and plan in advance. Don't skip your meals, they're really important, especially in a fat loss phase or even in a bulking phase. If you're trying to gain muscle and put on weight, you don't want to miss your meals because you need that fuel to help you at the gym. Food is fuel, so don't forget to eat your meals. That is the perfect grill mark, and I actually left them for 3 minutes because the pan was super hot, and I just carefully lift them up. I don't know what it is about grilling the tofu, but it gives it a really nice flavor that you don't really need much to season it with. It's almost like having a tofu steak. And then we're gonna do the same thing, so we're gonna press on the other side. We want the tofu to stop like that squealing sound, and then we leave them cooking for 2 to 3 minutes. This is a gas stove, so it cooks pretty quick and it gets hot really quickly. It may vary depending on what you're using. All right, so I just threw a little bit of liquid smoke. It gives it like a smoky flavor. So I really love adding liquid smoke, and now I'm adding liquid aminos. I'm also adding some onion salt. I'm gonna mix that up and throw it in with my green beans while the tofu's cooking. So I am cooking the green beans at medium heat, and I'm just gonna cook them until they're bright green. I don't wanna overcook them because I want them to stay crunchy and crispy still, but soft and tender on the inside. I'm probably gonna add a little bit dried onion just for more flavor and a little bit of stevia. I find that when I add a little bit of stevia with the liquid aminos, it just is so good. It might sound weird, but it's good. All right, stevia, this is my favorite brand. Just a little bit. If you're not cutting, go for coconut sugar or a little bit of maple syrup. Promise the sweetness and the saltiness is just so good. And I'm gonna toss in here minced onion. And I'm gonna cover that and let it cook until it gets bright green. It doesn't take a long time. That's it. This is perfection right here. Tastes so good, smells amazing, and it will keep very fresh for a long period of time. So it should last me all week long. So while my tofu is finishing up, I am going to start on my second meal prep option, which is going to be TVP. TVP is texture vegetable protein, and you can find it in the bulk area, or you can buy it like this. I buy from Bob's Red Mill. I find these pretty much at any grocery store. It's really cool because it's really versatile. If you want a soy-free option, you can get the Beyond Beef Beefy Crumbles, and they're the same thing. The only thing is that they already come prepared and they're made out of pea protein instead of soy protein. I like these because I get to flavor them how I want to. So we're gonna put these in a pan, and I'm using the same pan that I cooked my green beans in. So I'm not, getting more stuff to get dirty. I'm just using the same pan. And in here, I am going to rehydrate this. So I am going to add some water to kind of like cover it. And I put in 240 grams of TVP. And in here, I'm going to add some water. So I just added 20 ounces of water to the TVP, and we're gonna rehydrate it, and it's gonna be kind of like a ground beef texture. And I am going to be seasoning it with Adobo. Adobo seasoning is an amazing Caribbean seasoning blend. If you can't find it, I mentioned this on my last video, my last meal prep video. I have a recipe for adobo if you can't find it at your local grocery store. It's really easy to make. I have it on my first cookbook, which is Puerto Vegan. It's an all Puerto Rican vegan cookbook. Yeah, you can find that recipe in that book. It's a really amazing seasoning, so we're gonna use that to season this. This is the brand that I have found. So I'm just gonna add about a tablespoon and a half. I'm also gonna add liquid aminos, about 3 tablespoons. And we're just gonna mix that up. You can give this any flavor you want. You can like use a Mexican seasoning blend and kind of do like a fajita bowl. Instead, you can use some peppers and some of this seasoned with Mexican, and you have a burrito bowl basically. Or you can even use some zucchini spirals, kind of like pasta, and season this with Italian seasoning blend and also top with some marinara sauce. You would have an Italian bowl instead. So possibilities are endless. That's why I like seasoning my own TVP. So yeah. So to accompany my TVP, I am going to make some root vegetable hash brown on the side, and I'm going to add some spinach, and here are some Italian spices with some salt. I'm just gonna cook that over medium heat until it gets nice and soft, and that's it. I'm using 3 of these for 7 days and 2 bags of baby spinach. So if you can't find that specific hash brand, I found this one at Whole Foods, but I've seen that Trader Joe's carries one. You can also make your own. I'm just in lazy mode right now and I want to save time, but this is basically gold potatoes, sweet potatoes, and carrots. And it's like a high volume, pretty much a high volume meal. It's saying there's 4 servings and each serving has 60 calories. Not bad. I'm going to be putting the macros for all these meals. If you need more calories, just add more carbs. If you need less calories, just reduce the carbs. I'm giving you 2 different options to do as you want. So I'm just cooking these, the 3 bags, over medium heat. I'm going to cover it until they are ready. Then I will be seasoning it. And the last thing I'm gonna throw is the spinach, just to slightly wilt it, and that's it. Super easy. This whole meal prep has taken me like less than 2 hours for 7 days. You guys better try it out and let me know if you liked it, if you think it's too boring, if you prefer my other recipes, just let me know in the comments down below. So the potatoes are done and I seasoned them, and I added the spinach, and I'm really just wilting it with the same heat from the potatoes. I'm not overcooking them or anything like that. And then I will split evenly into my meal prep containers. So here I added all my ingredients under my recipe tab, and as you can see, it's 259 calories, approximately that amount. Very little fat because my other meal has a little bit more fat, so I wanted to go lower in fat on this one. 41 grams of carbs and approximately 20 grams of protein. So as you can see, no trouble hitting my protein on a vegan diet. Okay, so I will admit, not my prettiest meal prep recipe video, but a lot of you have been asking for really simple, low carb options, things that don't take any time. This is the recipe for you. And here you're gonna see I seasoned the tofu with a little bit of liquid aminos and leftover liquid from the pan where I cooked the green beans. This is super delicious, easy, high volume. So try it out. I am probably gonna be eating these with sauerkraut on the side, and if my carbs keep getting increased, I will add some sweet potato. So So here's my potato hash with spinach and the TVP. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. It's a very simple and easy meal prep video. Have in mind, I am 11 days out from my next show, my second national NPC show, in the hopes of getting my IFBB Pro card. So I'm keeping my food very plain, very predictable. Stay tuned for next week's video where I'll be in Chicago for the Chicago Fit Expo. I will be doing, again, cooking demos and athlete panels. So if you're in the area, I think by the time this video comes up, it'll be 2 days out from the Chicago Expo. So make sure to stop by. Use the vegan bodybuilding team code so you can save $10 off your tickets. And on that video, I will be showing you what I eat in a day. So I'll show you how I fill up the rest of my calories using these 2 meals. I'll show you what I'm having for breakfast, a snack, all of that while traveling on the go. So make sure to stay tuned for that. So if you like this video, don't forget to give it a like and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're new here. Hit that notification bell so you can get notified whenever I post a video and you don't miss out. Hope you guys keep following me on this journey. It's been an amazing, epic ride. I can't wait for my next show. It'll be right after the Chicago Fit Expo, so the following week. And Coach Paul will be there. My whole teammates will be there. I am just so excited for that show. Angel Competition Bikinis will be there too. And I have the amazing support from my main sponsor, Clean Machine. I just couldn't be doing what I love to do without them. So a big shout out to them, and I am just excited, hopeful. I'm learning so much from each show. So I hope you guys can make it out to the expo. If not, I'll see you at NPC Nationals. And yeah, I'll see you on my next video. Bye.